Media literacy and the critical process. Cohort 1. What is media literacy? Why is it important? And how can the critical process be applied?
Media literacy is attaining an understanding of mass media and how they construct meaning. You could think of this as the key to understanding the overall message. When combined with the steps of the critical process, we increase our awareness of the impact media has on us as well as society.
Through the critical process, we become better at interpreting the messages we are receiving when we encounter media. This ability is helpful to prevent misinterpretations.
I'm sure by now you are wondering what exactly these 5 steps are. Let's take a closer look at each of these steps.
Description is observing a media source with just a quick glance. This is the message we first see. This also includes researching its statement from a reliable source.
Analysis is the frequency that this same message is being generated. Everything considered from the step above is how often we see the same situation depicted in the same manner. An example of this is how many times you see the same logo and slogan used in a situation.
In the interpretive stage, we try to determine the meanings of the patterns we have analyzed. The most difficult stage in criticism, interpretation demands an answer to the "so what" question.
Evaluation is the bigger picture. It's the step to determine if what you're seeing is good or bad. This step is aimed for society and is intended to be free of personal biases. It is where we have interpreted what the message is and what its impact is on the viewers.
Engagement. In this last step, it is where we become proactive about our findings, be it talking with our children, the friend sitting next to us, or even the neighbor next door. We could even write about it and send our findings on how we think society may take it and send it off to the company who produced the message. We could even post it to the internet. This is where we share our findings to increase awareness and ultimately help spread media literacy.
Media is all around us, all the time. The news, books, radio, TV shows, commercials, and even billboards. These are all sources of media. It is important that we understand how to correctly interpret all of these messages. Most of the messages are usually selling us something, either a product, an idea, or even an opinion. We should be able to understand their true meaning and purpose so that we can make better judgments, inform our own decisions, free from the persuasion of others. Media does truly create a lasting impression on us all in society. Strengthening our media literate abilities allows us to watch out for ourselves and one another in society, which is important with occurrences of deceptive messages increasing our media-rich world.
Now that we understand the critical process better, when we come across advertisements like these ones, we can really understand the true meaning of what it's telling us. We always tend to notice young adults in an environment where there seems to be a negative situation that they are unimpacted by when they're drinking their beer. These advertisements always want us to buy the beer. In our research, we found from the Brewers Association in 2014, they reported $101.5 billion annual revenue generated in alcohol sales. We also learned from the CDC that there's 88,000 deaths directly related to alcohol consumption annually. Advertisements like these tend to target young adults. That's not very healthy, especially when there's no regulation where they can appear, especially around Super Bowl where the age range is all across the board. As a way that we can approach this, we could write a letter to these beer manufacturers and to the FCC asking them to please regulate the amount of time that is given towards these types of commercials and when they could be played.